What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Boss Ladies Live Radio Show. Speaker Studios, sponsored by Boss Ladies Inc. Yeah, if you ain't got that Spreaker app, I don't know what you're waiting for. It's just simple download. You know how you download Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube? You do Spreaker the same way. Or you can check us out on the website if your phone is dead and all those other excuses you got. Or I got too many apps on my phone. Well, this is the app you need to keep. Right here on the Boss Ladies Live Radio Show, search Boss Lady Show and click comments on pre-recorded shows on demand or live chat at 9 p.m. Central, Sundays at 6 p.m. Central. We are here live on the air, Boss Ladies Radio Show. And if you want to take advantage of the free spin challenge, all you have to do is like, share, download the app, download your favorite episodes, and comment in the live chat room. It's still live, whether pre-recorded. So the more you do those things that I just mentioned, the more free spins. And if you check in, I'll announce you right here on the Boss Ladies Live Radio Show. Let's get it!
Sound of the wind that is blowing my mind. It's the beat of the earth making me sleep at night. Tried to live without. Did you ever know what it's all about? It's the sound of the wind that is blowing my mind. It's the beat of the earth making me sleep at night. Have you ever tried to live without? Did you ever know what it's all about? It's the sound of the wind that is blowing my mind. It's the beat of the earth making me sleep at night. Have you ever tried to live without? Did you ever know what it's all about? It's the sound of the wind that is blowing my mind. It's the beat of the earth making me sleep at night. Have you ever tried to live without? Did you ever know what it's all about? perspective. We're roommate back in Texas. I call you like Roger. We could climb some trees and get perspective. Mirror right next to your bed, motion perfected. All I can do is respect it. We're roommate back in Texas. I call you like Roger. We could climb some trees and get perspective. Mirror right next to your bed, motion perfected. All I can do is respect it. We're roommate back in Texas. I call you like Roger. We could climb some trees and get perspective. Mirror right next to your bed, motion perfected. All I can do is respect it.
Have you ever tried to live without? Did you ever know what it's all about? It's the sound of the wind that is blowing my mind. It's the beat of the earth making me sleep at night. Have you ever tried to live without?
This is what I'm made with. This is love. This is what I'm made with. This is love. Praying with the zip up.
Hi-hats with the hiccups, dark tints on a pickup, pineapples and liquor. Some cheese in the machine. Play the game to change it. This is how it is to be. This is what I'm made with. This is large print with the zip up. Hi-hats with the hiccups, dark tints on a pickup, pineapples and knows just how to cool down California. Mirror right next to a bed, motion perfect. Why'd you wanna be around me in the first place? She said, baby, I've been down since third grade. You were satisfied with first base, and I've been waiting on the beat providing earthquakes. You must not have heard. All I can do is respect it. Why'd you wanna be around me in the first? I think I might love her. We could count some cheesy.
Give me sleep at night.
We need to become aware. Let's put ourselves on a move and feel the power of music, whether it's rough or it's smooth. Let's make the world a stage. You think that you are alone, but there is more of us out there. Our time is already grown. We need to become aware. Let's put ourselves on a move and feel the power of music, whether it's rough or it's smooth. Let's make
track. I knew how to see the thing I could not see. I knew how to love it. Love, I knew how to be strong. So as I had before you, I knew how to catch myself. The life I had before you. I knew how to see the things I couldn't see. I knew how to love and move on. I knew how to be strong. The life I had before you. I knew exactly what to do. I knew how to catch myself. I want my life back. I wanna get on track. I knew how to get myself.
Yeah, that's Miss Fabulous. Catch Myself off the Love Chronicles mixtape. You can check that out here on the Boss Ladies Radio Show, or you can tune in to ReverbNation.com. Search Miss Fabulous. Let me know if you need the link. Next up, we got
Shout out to the whole team on this one.
I wanna bag a bag
Today, I don't even do trap music.
Today,
I'm
trying to
bag a bag.
Today,
Cincinnati, stand up.
Today, I wanna bag today.
Trying to cop
A jag today. Pull off the lot like I wanna drag race. Like I wanna drag race. I wanna bag today. Trying to cop a jag today. Pull off the lot like I wanna drag race. Like I wanna drag race.
My man say he trying to cop a jag today. I said, yeah, little homie, I'm on a rack race. As I turn up the way and I hit the bag way. Moving past the artists like I'm on a Segway. I created this game, you will call me EA. Ooh, you will call me EA. I created this game, you will call me EA. Rewind on my haters, you can press replay. But your intelligence will never see me. Tell little buddy he don't wanna see me. Killing all these beats, pay homage in the street. Never been not on, tell on myself. Stay away from Andrew on like 12. Cause sitting in jail like sitting in hell. Pray for my blessings, hope I never pay bail. Pray for my blessings, hope I never pay bail.
I wanna bag today.
Trying to cop
A jag today. Pull off the lot like I wanna drag race. Like I wanna drag race. I wanna bag today.
Trying to cop a
Jag today.
Pull off the lot like I wanna drag race.
Like I wanna drag race.
Grab my award cause I won first place. Got gas in my L, got gas in the tank. Now all these people all in my lane. Tryna ride my wave, you ain't getting no play. If I go platinum, you ain't getting no fame. Damn, why you do them that way? They wasn't tryna help Bill find a way. I'ma slide through a speed race right away. Skating roadway right down to the A. Track go dumb, got them hitting replay. Lay the foundation, got them thinking what the hell he on. Riding every track, down down seesaw. Making this money got me laughing like he haul. Ball so cold, got the people saying he raw. I'ma damage every track I step on. I'ma damage every track I step on.
I wanna bag today.
Trying to cop a
Jag today.
Pull off the lot like I wanna drag race.
Like I wanna drag race.
I've come to terms with the fact that my future might not involve people I'm around now. I get tired of doing this every time I try something new. Sometimes I had to walk away from what I want to find what I deserve. I made mistakes in my life. I've learned from my bad choices. I'll know better next time. Don't mention a person's past mistakes when they're trying to change. That's like throwing rocks at them while they're struggling to climb a mountain. Values for a leader before we do business series. Let's chat about that. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Boss Ladies Live Radio Show. Speaker Studios, sponsored by Boss Ladies Inc. Welcome back to another show. Yeah, y'all, we're going to be talking about tonight values for a leader. And I got a few questions to ask and to answer as well. Thanks, first of all, to everybody that listens to the show. Thanks to all the people that participate in the Free Spin Challenge. It will not last long, so get your bids in for that. As of season 4, we will be closing out in September 1st. Then we'll be starting our fall series, which will be September, October, and November. And don't forget, the UMA Awards is November 17th, 2018 at the 595 East Center in Atlanta, Georgia. Put in your votes in undergroundmusicawards.net. And so, yeah, you're just going to go in and look through the categories to who you're voting for. And make sure you put your little vote in for Boss Ladies Radio Show and for being the best female radio station of the year. That's what you're going to be voting for in terms of that and all other radio stations that you do tune into, listen to, and all the rest of that. But particularly tonight, there's some questions I've been asking myself, and I will be asking you first and foremost, am I willing to fight for it? Fight for what exactly? Fighting for what your dream is. That's the basis of this. Life, love, and leadership consists of fighting for something. It's not an easy road to go. It is definitely not an easy road to travel, but the destination is not more important than the journey. I was talking to someone earlier today, and like most things happen. Life comes in and the commercial goes off and things happen. Well, something happened that didn't nobody like. I'll just keep it like that for a particular event. It was canceled. And so I have to say this. Milwaukee really need to get themselves together. I mean, in a sense, from my experience alone, Milwaukee needs to get themselves together as artists, as promoters, as managers, singers, rappers. I mean, if you guys are not serious, stop taking up space for who is serious about their career. In terms of willing to fight, when things jump off that you don't want to happen, do you fight to make it better? Do you fight for a change? Do you fight for revolutionizing the situation? Meaning, are you willing to do whatever it takes to get the goal accomplished? You may not accomplish it at one place, get together again. But see, with this whole situation, what I saw as far as people not coming up to events or showing up for interviews, cancellations of different things, even in sales and leadership, you guys got to affect more in communication. The effective communication is really sour these days. I'm just being honest. I mean, if you want support, you have to put yourself out there. You just can't assume that people are going to automatically know that something's going on. And that's what happens to us a lot of times when we don't effectively communicate with one another as a team, and then effectively communicate outside of your team or your organization. And the fight comes in because there's a lot of confusion. Nobody knows nothing to the last minute, so everybody's moving at the last minute. You know, it's my business when you want me to be a part of something. It's not my business when you count me out. Don't count me in at the last minute and expect me to just, you know, do all these magic tricks and appear things to happen. Like, I was scheduled for a particular event to come out, me and my radio station to come out and promote some events that was going on. And to me, an event big like Afrofest, Summerfest, you know, comedy shows, the rave, which I'm right down the street from. Those big events like that should have been at the beginning of the year. We should have been getting together, making phone calls, talking to one another, forming contests, you know, make this fun. And lately in this city, it's not been fun at all because it's a lot of hating going on. A lot of people don't want to see a lot of people be successful in their career as a musician, as an artist. So people tend to do things that kind of sabotages the whole thing. And I talked about this in Gig Etiquette. If you haven't checked that show out, I suggest you check it out because there's a lot of irritants that come along as you're trying to form a show, a showcase, a concert, different things like that. Those are big things. So people need to be in full aware. You know, like I have a radio station. Dre's Cafe has a radio station. You know, get with those people and communicate your events. I will promote anything, especially for our artists and our musicians, especially for our business people, our entrepreneurs. If we don't talk about it, who's going to know about it? I mean, don't get mad if we come in at the end because you failed to tell us in the beginning what was going on. It's just as simple as that. Are you willing to do what it takes to fight for that thing to happen? And if it doesn't happen the way you want, my suggestion would be to just try again. That's life. You try and you fail and you try and you fail, but failure is part of the success that you're going to receive for the hard work that you put in. But don't disrespect people's art. Let people know ahead of time what's going on, and then you can have a plan B. And you can't do this by yourself. I know a lot of people want to be seen, want to be popular, want to get noticed, but you get noticed by your team effort. There's no I in team. And if we can't get the I out of team, we'll never make it. I don't care what career you're in. I don't care what organization you're a part of. If it's all about you, it won't be you. It'll be someone else, a group of someone else's that's going to get the job done. You know, because really when you're putting a gig together, you're supposed to be doing it with your friends, people that you've built a relationship with. But there's no relationship without communication. Am I willing to sacrifice for it? Again, what sacrifices are you willing to make this the best event, the best presentation, the best concert, whatever it is? Are you willing to lose a little sleep, make extra phone calls, reach out a little more? You know, especially with our Black community, we need to stop making it about us. We need to stop saying, well, I want it, but I don't want what comes with it. Well, why want it at all? You know, it's not going to be a comfortable thing. So if you're interested in comfort, this is not the career for you. You know, there's no comfort in working a 9 to 5 either, but people do it. Oh, I got to pay my bills. Oh, I got to do this. Well, some people live off their entrepreneurship. They got to pay their bills too. Everybody got bills to pay. So if you're making that sacrifice for someone else's dream, wouldn't it make a little more sense if we sacrifice for our own? Am I willing to pay forward? This question right here is a good question because a lot of people want a lot of things done, but they're not willing to pay for them. They're not willing to buy tickets. They buy the tickets and don't show up. They come late. They call in their manager, they promoter with all these complaints. and they haven't only made but 5% effort. You're only going to get awarded for the effort that you put in. It's about performance, and it's about consistency. It's about perseverance. When times get tough, do you just stop or do you keep going? Maybe your money is a little funny. Tell the truth. Hey, I don't have a lot to work with. What can I do for this amount? What can I do for that amount? Set some time to the side. I'm always talking about the financial fitness program. It helped me save a little money, make a little money, and pay less taxes on things. It's very true. It helped me eliminate $17,000 in electric bill debt that I had no clue rose up because I thought that after 7 to 10 years it would disappear. No, honey, it doesn't disappear. It disappears when you pay it off. Same thing with bills. Same thing with investment into your dream. It's not going to go away. It will hunt you down like the criminal that you are because you are stealing from people that is willing to see that launched. The people that want to see you successful. See, that's the thing that we need to pay attention to in this particular city. Not who's not interested. Erase that. We're interested who's interested in being serious about what they want to do with their dream. Whether it be artistry, music, leadership, entrepreneurship, whatever it is. Preaching, going to church, it all starts with you. And what you're willing to sacrifice, what you're willing to pay for. Because if it's something people really, really want, they don't mind paying for it. And that was the idea when, my mixtape is sold. And it took me 6 years of inconsistencies, little over time, and push it. But the podcast made it bust open. No more hiding, no more being scared, holding back, thinking that it's not going to work. You got to believe in what you're doing. Because if you don't believe in what you're doing, the next person is not going to believe in what you're doing. So you just can't expect that everybody's going to be on your side because they're your friend, they're your family member. I'm a living witness that there's no support starting off, especially when you're doing something that's never been done, especially when you're doing something new. And like I always say, when you're doing something that has never been done, people are always going to reject it at first. Write that down in your notes. When you're doing something that has never been done, people always reject it at first because nobody else has done it. But those are the people like Steve Jobs, like Dan Hawkins, like Orrin Woodward, like Dan and Lisa Hawkins, like Orrin and Lori, like Chris and Terry Brady. All those people that I just mentioned have failures and successes in life. But they took those failures and made a plan B. They didn't blame the next person. They didn't look at what was not working. They looked at what was working and they believed in what they were doing. And that's why they're successful. Boss Ladies Radio Show is successful because I'm consistent at what I do. I believe in what I'm doing and I take pride in what I'm doing. And I'm passionate about it because I know how it feels to have a hot song, need a chance, and nobody listens. Everybody that knew me, everybody said, oh, I got your back and all of that. When I started recording, I didn't get no support on that. When I put the tape out, nobody listened to that. Everybody was still listening to mainstream, still listening to mainstream. And the mainstream was once local. Mainstream was once local at one time. And if it wasn't for underground, it would be no mainstream. People saw an opportunity, and that's what we need to see out of the downfalls that come with our careers. We need to see another opportunity. We need to think bigger about our situation and stop looking at what's wrong all the time because it's not going to add a day or an hour to your life. Am I willing to spend time on it? Yeah, once I found out it was something I really wanted to do. So you have to have the willingness to want to do it every single day. You have to have the willingness to promote your event every single day. There shouldn't be no last moment events. There should have been like, oh, I didn't know this was going on. Oh, I didn't know that was going on. Are you actually looking for what's going on? I know I do. I scroll through here, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, finding out people steady to sending me things because I'm always looking for things. Just like when you look for trouble, it finds you. Look for opportunity. You will find it. Do I actually live it every day? Yes. Because every day, everybody knows by now, 9 p.m. Central, I'm live. 9 p.m. Central, show is put up automatically. There's no question. Just like it was this one business I liked going to support. It was a local business. It wasn't a huge one. And one minute they had a certain amount of hours they were open from this day to that day, 7 days a week or 3 out of a week or whatever. And then I go back, it's a different time. And then after a few more times, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to go to this place because I never know when it's open or I never know when it's closed. It's always I'm too early or I'm too late. But if you treat it like a business, it will become one. It's all how you do things. People's reactions and opinions about what you're doing. Sometimes it's a discrepancy that they notice. Sometimes it's just for observation. This is just for observation. So I'm not calling nothing out in particular, but these are some of the values that leaders need to look at, because as a promoter, you're a leader because you're leading people to what's going on. If you're a manager, you're a leader because you're leading people into what they're doing in their career, moving forward, getting ahead, moving up levels and different things like that. And it might come with a couple titles, but don't forget who you are in the process. See, when I left Milwaukee back in 2008, I left Milwaukee mentally in 2008. I just didn't move physically. I moved mentally. And a lot of us our blessings are shortcoming because we're so focused on our past. It's okay to remember where you came from, but don't remember it so much that you forget where you're going and what you're in the present and what's going on in the future. You can't do nothing about the future or the past, but you can do something about it right now. So take those lessons, learn from them, and try not to make those same mistakes again. And that's really all I had to say on those question and answers. So on that note, y'all, let's get some EDU in our lives. Why values matter for leaders. And we're going to find that at blog.linkedin.com/2014/05-values-matter-for-leaders. And live in the chat room right now, we got Mason Wade. Let's welcome him to the show, y'all. Like Mason Wade. Yeah, like him. Like him a lot. LOL. Miss Michael Dr. Woody Woodward, PhD. This was posted on May 24th, 2014. And it says, whether you are a frontline supervisor, a C-suite executive, navigating the uncertainty of leading people in a rapidly changing world can be incredibly nerve-wracking. Decisions are rarely black and white, and not everyone will be happy with you all the time. That said, whether you succeed or fail as a leader is up to you. In my work with managers and executives over the years, I find that the first step in becoming a successful leader at any level is being true to yourself and relying on a solid foundation of clearly articulated values. Naturally, this begs the question, what are values? Values are the principles and standards that guide your thinking and action. They are your basic convictions or beliefs about what is right, good, or of worth. Think of your values as an internal compass that guides you when you are unsure of where to go. Examples of commonly cited values include autonomy, affluence, family, relationships, and helping. Strong leaders fall back on their values to guide them in making tough decisions, particularly when traveling uncharted waters. The challenge for most young leaders is actually being able to articulate their values in a meaningful way. This lack of clarity results in decisions that can be a bit erratic and may often appear to be inconsistent in the eyes of their constituents. It's as if a magnet has been placed under their decision compass, causing it to randomly spin. The unfortunate reality is most management training doesn't touch on the concept of values. To combat this, I recommend taking the time to define your own personal set of core values and then examine the extent to which they truly align with who you are and how you make decisions. Clarifying and articulating your values starts with reflection. Values can be shaped by any number of life experiences, including upbringing, religion, culture, education. When exploring your values, it's important to reflect how these factors have acted to influence your values and whether or not they have had too much influence. All too often, we give up lip service to values that were imposed on us rather than taking the time to really formulate our own. I always recommend fleshing out your top 5 values, and a quick web search will yield numerous lists out there that could be really helpful. When going through these, am I willing to fight for it? Am I willing to sacrifice for it? Am I willing to pay for it? Am I willing to spend time on it? Do I actually live it every day? If you are unwilling to step up and fight, sacrifice, pay, and spend your precious time on something, you have to question whether it is truly of value to you. And of course, the most important question is, do you actually live the values you espouse? It's one thing to talk about values and entirely another to put them in action. Your team members should be able to clearly see your values reflected in every decision. In discussing the roles of values in leadership, former Medtronic CEO and author of True North, Bill George writes, quote, "The values that form the basis for your true north are derived from your beliefs, and convictions," end quote. Orienting yourself toward your true north starts with knowing the values that form the foundation of who you are. No one should tell you what your values should be. That's up to you to decide. Just be sure you know what they are. And that is our EDU for our lives. So there you have it. You need to touch on adding value to situations. We need to add value. What would you do if you were in that situation? How would you handle it? What are some of the things that we can do to fix it? Do we solve the problem, or do we consistently complain about it? Let me know in the comments. So when we come back, we're going to do some quote for the day, dealing with underperforming employees by Gordon Trego. That's going to be some tea there. So stay tuned, y'all. Don't go nowhere.
Shut your mouth. All these hating local rappers need to shut your mouth. All these niggas talking keys need to shut your mouth. All these auto-tune rappers need to shut your mouth. You need to shut your mouth, nigga, before I shut your mouth. All this bragging on your riches need to shut your mouth. For the hood you representing need to shut your mouth. All these thoughts talking thirst always run their mouth. You need to shut your mouth, bitch, before I shut your mouth. It's 32 Fahrenheit, you niggas need to freeze. You claim you're ballin' in the hood, bitch, nigga, please. Sucking dick for free, studio all on your knees. I'm allergic to your line, that should make me sneeze. 12 albums deep, paid from my own hands. And I did it with my bars, no contraband. All these bursts you rap about, nigga, need to stop. You're snitching on yourself, making it easy for the cops. Always claiming how you baking bread on the block. I get dope money every time my album drops. Fuck your opinion on who's hot and who's not. You need to shut your mouth, nigga, before I shut your mouth. All these hating local rappers need to shut your mouth. All these niggas talking keys need to shut your mouth. All these auto-tune rappers need to shut your mouth. You need to shut your mouth, nigga, before I shut your mouth. All this bragging on your riches need to shut your mouth. For the hood you representing need to shut your mouth. All these thoughts talking thirst always run their mouth. You need to shut your mouth, bitch, before I shut your mouth.
45 hammer cop, that's a magnum. Pull outside on your block, let you have them. Ain't no talking when I'm done, I'm back to back and shit. And they can never understand a real nigga like me, cause they ain't never had shit. Rappers so funny now, running around like a clown, talking about a nigga ballin' bricks. Pants so tight, know it ain't no money in it, in the VIP and ain't parking shit. You's a broke nigga. Stop lying, shut your mouth. For them niggas come and hit you with the fully loaded in the corners, have to come and shut your mouth. I'm the illest nigga, hands down. So the bitch give me head with her hands down. And my niggas touching more money than any one of you niggas up in this bitch, hands down. Stop talking, your watch ain't hit enough. So stop talking, the water ain't big enough. So stop talking, the broad ain't thick enough. And y'all want war cause your mob ain't rich enough.
All these hating local rappers need to shut your mouth. All these niggas talking keys need to shut your mouth. All these auto-tune rappers need to shut your mouth. You need to shut your mouth, nigga, before I shut your mouth. All this bragging on your riches need to shut your mouth. For the hood you representing need to shut your mouth. All these thoughts talking first always run their mouth. You need to shut your mouth, bitch, before I shut your mouth.
Take me out on a trip, places to never forget. Cause you'll be here in a jiff. Cause I've been needing my fix. So it's my world, so you're telling me I'll give you more so you never leave. Yeah, with you I can go far. As long as you play your part and give me what I want. Give me what I want. Cause you'll be what I want this time. Please give me what I want. Please be what I want. Post it up like a pig. My avenue is more relevant. Thumbs up because I'm the shit. Your heart can make me a hit. Just give me what I want.
No green in me, less it's pain.
Give me what I want.
In the sky, side cloud and cranes.
Give me what I want.
Flesh deleted, robots playing. So gone, it's funny what they do for the fame. Hit her up, no seed though. If I poke in a deep throat, but we both know I like it, you love it. This was a free throw. It's funny what they do for the glow. When your face isn't all emoji. When you find out that the life ain't cozy. When you sign up for the pain. Through the back door of the virus, we profane.
Love, love, love.
Distract me with the blinding light of generation.
He would hurt me on purpose. I would put that pain in my music. He would tell me, good, now you got something to sing about. I didn't understand that pain. I confused that pain for love. This shit is over. You live and you learn, and then you learn to keep living, right? One thing I learned for a fact was karma is a bitch. Never thought I had to be faced with it. Never thought I had to deal. Now I gotta give you my story. You want to live real. If it catch you by surprise, no need to cry your eyes. In this life I've cried enough for all of us. Now I'm using all this hurt to speak right. Understand, pain used to be my first name. I was a fool to call it out when I was in it. What kind of love will strike it down with the hands, the same hands that will pray for you, say I'll do all I can. Well, this is my story, and this is my life. I don't have to take revenge. I can just sit back, watch karma ruin your life. It's coming for you. Get ready, 'cause coming is coming for you. It's coming for you. It's coming for you. Get ready, it's coming for you. Payback is coming for you. This is my story, my life. I hope you got it right with a new love in your life. Maybe it's too late.
Dealing with underperforming employees by Golden Tregold, and we're going to find that at gordontragold.com/08/16/dealing-with-underperforming-employees/ and it says, as leaders, one of the hardest tasks you have to deal with is underperforming employees. In this case, we'll say underperforming artists. This is especially true for people new to leadership, and it can be quite a daunting prospect. It can feel confrontational, especially if the person is older or has more experience than you. But you have to deal with it. If you don't, it can impact your credibility as a leader. It can undermine you and make you seem which is not a good quality for a leader. Start by being supportive. To make the situation easier, the approach I always suggest is to approach the matter from a position of support. Ask what can you do to help them be more successful. Ask them if they have everything that they need to be successful. In my experience, nobody comes to work looking to fail. So you need to check if they have the right skills, the right tools, enough time to do the job, and to check whether the job is achievable. If not, then they are not failing, they are being failed, and you need to address that. This is not a weak approach. This actually requires more strength and courage than just calling someone out or criticizing them. This approach will actually help build credibility and enhance your reputation, as everyone wants to work for a supportive boss. If they have everything they need but are choosing to fail, choosing to not put in the required effort, then you need to act. You need to address this. Give them a clear warning, set clear expectations, and set a point to review improvements. Be fair, but also firm. If you have started off by being supportive, but have just found this hasn't worked, then it feels much less confrontational from your side if you now need to take firmer action. It might not feel comfortable, but you need to remember that you need to also look after the rest of the team too. If one person is underperforming, it can increase the workload for everyone else. It can reduce the overall effectiveness, morale, and engagement of the team. As leaders, you have a responsibility to everyone, and that means addressing low performers who are damaging the team. And that is our quote for the day. Yeah, you heard it from Tregold himself, and also too earlier in the show. Play it back if you missed it. But yeah, we need to be more supportive. You know, we need to stop looking at, oh, they failed, they ain't part of the team, they not doing what they supposed to be doing. Instead of being bossy, be a supportive boss. So that's really all I had to say. Good afternoon, morning, and evening, and I will see you soon on the next show. Peace.
We are now transferring you to a customer care rep. Please hold the line and we will answer your call as soon as possible. Thank you for choosing us. By the way, to ensure you're getting great service, your call may be recorded or monitored.